Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome in advance. Here we are for part 2 of our our homemade laundry detergent video. So in case you're not caught up on what we're doing yet, 2 days ago we had posted a video.
I'm sorry.
We had posted a video of us making our homemade laundry detergent, the recipe and the process of mixing it up, and
with this homemade spoon.
And today we are we're gonna dip it up, and we're gonna put it in jugs.
Gonna take a dip.
Just like moonshine, right? But not quite as expensive. Anyway, okay. So today we're going to hey Joyce, we're going to put our homemade laundry detergent in jugs. Huh?
We don't have enough.
Yeah, we'll have plenty. So just to bring you up to speed, we had mixed this up. We put a lid on it, and the process would be to let it sit overnight, and then the next day we would put it in.
What does overnight mean? Are we going over the night?
So in case you don't have an 11-year-old child, just let me clue you in. This is
12, actually.
the stage, as you can see, making my point as I'm talking right now. They don't know when to talk and when not to talk.
What?
So, hopefully we won't deal with that a whole lot during this remainder of the video, right?
Maybe.
Okay. We have the lid on this. It sits overnight, and it thickens up, and that's exactly what we wanted to do. And then we'll put it in the jugs. So this is actually, we couldn't get to it yesterday, so this has been sitting for 2 days now. So it should be fine, though. And so now we'll take the lid off, and there we go. Now let me grab the phone real quick so you can kind of get an idea of what
my gosh, it has a top layer.
What we're seeing here.
Oh, it's like that cheese dip you get at the Mexican restaurant that has like that little top layer of cheese.
Okay, so kind of see how goopy it is now? Okay, and stir it up a little bit, Jude. Just kind of gently, you know. So we'll stir this to kind of reincorporate everything. And then once we get that done, it'll be like a thin slime. And we'll dip this out, and we'll put it in jugs, and then we'll use it. So some people have said, why does it do like this? See, like it's kind of watery on the top, but if you get on down in it,
it's pretty thick.
It's pretty thick. So we'll kind of mix all that up. So some people have said, why is it like that? Because when I buy laundry detergent in the store, it's not like that. And I'm not a scientist. I really don't know, but my explanation would be kind of like homogenized milk. This is not homogenized, so you have to shake it up every time you get ready to use it. But as you can see, there are little rivulets of kind of sliminess in there, and it looks kind of gross. But
I spit and put my snot in there.
So Jude is going to hopefully stir this. And then once he gets it stirred up really well, we're going to start dipping it out and putting it into our jugs. I'm going to flip this around here for a minute so I can show you a little easier what we're doing. Okay, so as Jude is doing that, then as you can see, we got a lot of empty jugs we've been saving here. Some milk, some water, some old laundry detergent jugs, which these are perfect. They're really great with the handle and everything. So anyway, whatever containers you can save, that's great. I've got 6 out here just in case we have a little more. Jude, stir that, though, and keep stirring it, because it's not stirring it very well just looking at it and tinkering with it, right? Okay. All right, so as soon as he gets that stirred up, which hopefully will be any minute now, then we'll start dipping it out. And as time goes on, this will get even thicker even goopier, and that's good. That's what we want it to do. Okay, I'm going to flip us back around, and we're going to start getting ready to dip this out. All right. Okay, I'm going to tilt it down a little bit. You won't really see my face, but you'll see what we're doing. All right. All right, Jude. Grab my glasses so I can see what I'm doing.
Where is that t-shirt?
There we go. I'm going to bring all of that sort of up to the top, and I'm just stirring it with a stick. But you can use an old spoon. You know, I don't know if you can use a metal spoon. I don't know if it would have a reaction. I wouldn't think so. But obviously this is a base product, so I don't know if that would cause a reaction with the metal. Probably not. But I would use a wooden utensil, personally. All right, so let's set this off to the side. There we go. So what I like to do is I've got a transmission fluid spout here. That way, it puts it close to the top. And I just happen to like that. So, because it is a little goopy and stringy, and I'm going to lift that up just a little bit more so everyone can see exactly what we're doing. There we go. All right. So, I just got like this is a what? I don't know.
4.5 cups.
4.5
1
cups.
liter.
So they say. Anyway, but I'm going to just dip this out and fill this up. Just like that. There's probably a better way to do it. And if you guys have got a better way to do this, hey Karen, if you guys have got a better way to do it than this, then knock yourselves out and let me know, because you know, we're just learning as we go, right?
You can see that it is droopy, but it does start to get watery as the less of it.
Yep. All right. So as you pour it in here, it's going to suds up a little bit. It's not completely full yet, so I'll set that to the side, and then we'll top it off later. And this is basically it. This is all I'm doing. I'm just filling the containers.
We're the AVF detergent shiners.
Yeah. We had thought at one time, about trying to market this and sell it, you know, as a locally produced thing. And I don't know, maybe at some point, maybe one day we will. I don't think we want to get into that right now. But it is, to me, will you take the lids off those? To me, I like it because we're using a product that we've made. Yeah, that we have control over what goes in it. And
not like some of this detergent that we have no idea what's in.
So that's the benefit of it to me. So for people that say, hey, well, I like my Tide or my Gain or whatever, hey, that's great. I'm just saying people use that stuff all the time without problems, and that's great. But I don't know what goes into that stuff. This, I know exactly what goes into it, and it works. So why would I not use it? It seems to work just fine. Sure. It seems to work just fine. So we're just going to keep on using it. And maybe one day we might decide to, you know, make it available to other folks. If somebody wanted us to make them a batch, I'm sure we would.
But
Hey, Lori.
like we said, this is really cheap. So if y'all just want to experiment with it, I mean, it doesn't cost much. So.
Oh yeah, this is a great experiment. So if you wanted to just kind of tinker around with it, even if you messed a batch up, I mean, you've lost a couple of bucks. Try not to. So this is a lesson right here as you're watching Jude. So if you let this stuff start dripping down the side, then it's going to drip down the side of this, then it's going to be all over your hands. You don't want that. So one quick suggestion for you, Jude, and for everybody. As you're doing this, when you pour it in, commit. Go. Because if you don't, then it's going to start dripping down the side. So do it. Get in it, right? And again, some of it will suds up, so when it starts getting close, yeah, we'll have to back off. Now let's go ahead and start topping off some of these others.
This is fat-free.
Fat-free, cholesterol-free. Whoops. Anyway, so we're not really doing anything else beyond what you're seeing us doing now. So I'm gonna be done. But this is the process. This is what we do. It's not very sexy. It's not very exciting.
I can make it sexy.
But this is what we do. So now we're good with a camera like that. So that's it. So if you like the first video, that was the mixing, the recipe part. This is the dipping, and we'll come up with about 5 gallons worth of stuff here, maybe a little bit more, and this will last us a long, long time. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being supportive of all the experiments that we do and crazy stuff we do. We really want to be as self-sufficient as possible. And, we're not looking to be mountain men and, we're not trying to be Grizzly Adams here and, hew a cabin out of a log with our own 2 hands. We're just trying to find ways to do things that we can have a little bit of control over. We're going to try to make as much of our money as possible. And I would think that's something that would appeal to everybody. So, and we're trying to make sure that we're using things that we understand a little bit, because we buy a lot of things in the store that are convenient, but we don't really know what's going on. And I'll get off on a tangent here for just a second, and I will say, we were talking just the other day about a friend who had developed a cancer. And hey, that story can be repeated just in our circle of friends hundreds or thousands of times. It's insane. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what goes on with cancer. I can't speak to the high levels of cancer that we experience all the time. But I have to believe that it has something to do with what we're putting in and on our bodies. So the more control we can have over those things, the better. Any small change is bound to make a small change. And enough small changes will turn into a big change. So that's the way we look at it. And this is easy and it's cheap. So, hey, that's it. I'm going to shut up and we're going to move on. We're going to finish this up. Thank you guys again for hanging out with us. And I hope you all have a good day. And I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, give me a shout and we'll answer it if we can. And
we'll
if
make
not,
something.
We'll make it up, right?
Yeah, we'll make it. We'll fake it till we make it, which we'll make it.
All righty. See y'all. Have a good day. Have a good Saturday.
Bye.
Woo. Bye.